So we cooked up a plan, and we're like, bruh, we know how we gonna come up with the money, and we know what we're gonna do to make it happen.
A BMW builds a car for you to drive the car, and Mercedes builds a car for you to be on the back seat.
My name is Alex Carvalho. I'm a mechanic, and I'm one of the owners of Bimmer Place.
My name is Giorgio Franco. I'm a mechanic, and I'm an owner of Bimmer Place.
When I was around 16 years old, when I first got my first car, it was a Honda Civic, and I lived on my own, and I wanted to fix the car myself because, you know, being a teenager is always tough. So I decided to fix the car a little myself, got very interested, which I always was already since a young kid, and decided to find a job in a mechanic shop.
I'm 27 now. I'm gonna complete 27 now this year. But I was like 13 to 14 years old. I started to work in Brazil. Also, I started straight in a BMW shop with a Portuguese guy. But I used to do wash parts, clean the shop, and then when I used to have the time available, go watch the mechanics and see, because always interested in the car. You know, I'm used to play video games, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo. You know, people from 90s know what I'm talking about.
My first job as a mechanic came when I was 17. I was living on my own, and my dad was still in Brazil. My car, my actual Honda that I was telling you guys about, broke down. The axle literally came off. The boot itself completely tore off. My car fell to the ground when I was on my way to get my registration. So I was already broke. I needed registration and my car fixed. So that was kind of when I called up the mechanic. I was like, hey, listen, man, I need to get my car fixed. Told me to bring the car in. I brought the car in. They fixed the car. So I stayed there the whole day watching the guy fix my car. And I'm like, man, you know what? I kind of like this. I think I want to do this. So I went and I came up with a strategy. I called my dad. I was like, yo, Dad, what you think about me working at a mechanic shop? So he was like, yo, it's up to you. Do you like that? What do you want to do with your life? You got to figure it out. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I called the guy. I'm like, hey, listen, made up this whole story, which I was going to become a mechanical engineer and this and that and the third. All BS, but it worked. And he's like, come in. I'll give you a job. So I come in, and he puts me to work. First week, he gave me like 3 crazy cars. One was a truck. He told me to pull the transmission out the truck. I looked at it. I'm like, bro, where is the transmission? But I figured it out after like a day trying to, you know, take the transmission apart. But I was able to figure it out. By the end of the week on a Saturday, I never forget, the first real job I did on my own, I replaced a radiator off a 335i, which was a cool job.
I learned it with him, but I worked with him for like 4 years, and after that I went to another BMW shop where I learned for real about mechanic, because they gave me more opportunity. They saw me in different ways, how the Portuguese guy used to see me like the guy who cleaned the parts, the guy who keep the shop nice, but it's not that. I always want more. I was looking for more experience, and that's why I started to work at another shop. That's where I learned real BMW mechanic. I always learn everything, all my experience, I started straight on a BMW, so that's why I get a passion for it.
I was just a mechanic for probably like 5 years until I became a manager. And from that point, it was just like, man, like I was running the entire operation for the guy.
Okay. And then how did it come about? How did you meet Giorgio? How did that happen?
So one beautiful day, we used to go a lot of car meets every Friday night, even Saturday nights, sometimes even during the week. But it was a particular Friday. I was in my old E36, Hilda, falling apart, straight pipe, and whatever. I'm about to go drift. I start drifting, and when I stop, I see this guy with another E36, but a clean one. And I'm like, man, who's this guy, bro? So he pulls in, and whatever. He starts drifting too. I'm like, man, he's drifting that car. He's crazy, but okay, cool. So he hops out, and, you know, a few friends of ours in common was like, oh, yo, like, this is Alex. And I'm like, yo, what's up? And then there was Georgia, and then me and Georgia started talking. And, bro, we instantly clicked. Just clicked. You feel me? And whatever. We went out through the whole night just driving around, drifting, and having fun. So this guy that actually taught me the mechanical stuff, Giorgio needed a job pretty much. He was at another spot, and he called me up. He's like, yo, man, I'm at this spot. I'm not really happy. I'm making a little money. I'm like, bro, listen, like, if you want to come here, I can get you a job. You know, it's just crazy here. You know how it is. And he's like, yo, I need the money. I'm going. So I'm like, yo, let's do this.
We decided to be a BMW specialist because we match each other with the BMWs, especially with the E36. That's why we have a E36 on the wall. Here in the front, we have our both cars. The same both cars 5 years ago. Yeah, a little more than 5 years ago when we first met. On the first car meet, we stopped in a 7-Eleven to get some Gatorade or whatever, you know, drink something. And then we pull up and took a picture. We're gonna show you guys the picture, and you guys gonna see exactly the same cars. And here we are. It's special. It's different, and that's kind of relationship I was looking for to start something, because everybody like cars, but let's say every 50 people, I think 10 of them is a real car enthusiast. It's hard to find people with the same mindset, so soon as we met each other, we start to drift, we start to talk, we being friends after that, and then we work together in 2 different shops, and then after that, we started our own business, and here we are. Well, we don't say we are partners. Me and Alex, you know, we are married with each other. It's more, we are brothers from another mother, you know, and that's it.
So me and Giorgio, we worked together at this spot for like probably 6 months, 7 months, and Giorgio ended up leaving. He ended up leaving, and he started doing a little side thing, which he already used to do, but in a small warehouse. So he ended up leaving, and as he left, he ended up going somewhere else, which was another bigger European shop. And when Giorgio was there, they needed a manager there. So he ended up calling me. He's like, hey, bro, I got an opportunity for you. I think this is solid. And bro, if you come here, I'm sure it's gonna work, and it's gonna be amazing for all of us. So I hopped on board. I told the other guy, yo, listen, man, I know we've been together for a long time, but I'm going, I'm dipping, like, I'm done. So I hopped on board with Giorgio. Me and Giorgio went to the other shop, you know, bunch of American dudes, and it was, bro, it was cool, it was cool, it was different. So first, I brought Giorgio, and then he brought me. Working together. This man, Giorgio had, you know, he was like, bro, like, you know, I'm working over there, but I'm busy on the side. I'm like, yeah, I see, dog. You're running around crazy on lunch breaks or whatever. He's like, yeah, man, like, bro, we got to do something. We got to do something. And I'm like, yo, we do. And we had talked about it before already at the old spot, the initial spot where I got him the job. He was like, bro, listen, bro, like, I'm already getting busy, but fine. So, you know, we started looking. And this was like right after COVID, 2019, like right on 2020. And George was like, bro, listen, bro, like, we got to find a spot for me and you, and we'll do this thing together. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, right now, let's look. And everything was super hard to find and super expensive. So I was like, bro, I don't want to hold you up. I see progress. Do your thing. I'm going to get my side taken care of. And once I'm ready to go, dude, we'll both bounce. So whatever. This man continued getting busier and busier inside of somebody's shop. And I'm still at the other spot. And as I'm at the other spot, I'm like, bro, like, I got to bounce. Giorgio needs some help. I see it. And then another friend in common, which was Giorgio's friend from Brazil, came to work with him. And he's like, yo, you know, I'm busy, and he's going to help me. But I didn't forget. Let's do this. So I'm like, all right. As he left, his friend left and went back to Brazil, he needed me ASAP. He started showing up every day again. Old boss actually looking kind of like, what's going on? You know, what's Giorgio hanging around so much? And I'm like low-key about it. I'm quiet about it. I'm like, man, yo, I'm just going to mind my business. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, I know you need me. Let's do this. Like, we lit, you know, we ready to go. We sat down. It was March 10th. And me and Giorgio sitting in the break room, sitting in the middle of my lunchtime over there. We decided to open up our company. And we're like, all right, now there's no going back. There's no going back. So that same week, you know, after we signed it, this was, I think it was like Wednesday or something, but whatever. We came up with a game plan. We went crazy, bro, crazy. Me and this guy wouldn't stop thinking. We're like, yo, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? So we cooked up a plan, and we're like, bruh, we know how we gonna come up with the money, and we know what we're gonna do to make it happen. So right after that, go to the bank, get approved for a credit card, get money. Saturday morning comes up. I get up early. I didn't work on Saturday, so I get up early. I decided to go wash my car. Giorgio gets up. He calls me right away. Yo, what you doing? I'm like, bro, you read my mind. I was about to go wash my car. I want to take pictures of this. I want to sell this car ASAP. So he's like, nah, come to my shop. Come where I'm at. Let's wash this here. And I promise you we go sell this car today. I'm like, man, you crazy, bro. Today? Yeah, come. So I hop in the car, tell my wife, yo, see you later. I'm gonna go wash this car and we go sell this car. So whatever, I drive over to him. It was a 2011 335i sedan, black on black, N55, super duper clean car. Drive over, you know, we wash the car, start polishing the car. Giorgio's polishing the car, and I'm wiping off the residue, and then some guy comes in. Yo, whose car is this? Giorgio's like, it's for sale. Guy instantly, his eyes, boom, shines, bro. Yo, what does he want for this car? And Giorgio's like, bro, this man told me he wants like 18 grand for this car. And the guy's like, damn, I know you wanted to buy it. Giorgio's like, I know you wanted to buy my car, but you know what, bro? This is so much of a better car for you. So much of a better car for you. So the guy, bro, he's like, yo, I love this car. What can he do? He's like, bro, he's the owner. He pointed at me. And then the guy starts laughing. He's like, you're the owner? He's like, yeah, bro, I'm the owner. And we actually getting ready to go take pictures of the car right now. Look, we just buffed the car. Bro, the guy didn't even let me finish. Nah, bro, how much you want on the car? I'm like, all right, how much you want to pay? Tell me. He tells me, nah, can you do 16? I'm like, nah, I can't do 16. I'm like, 17 and a half, I'll let you go right now. He's like, it's done deal. He sells me some cash, whatever. Me and Giorgio start getting crazy because, you know, Saturday, you know, out of nowhere, Wednesday to Saturday, bro, we flipped like 30K. And then comes the story for the shop. The landlord hits us back. He's like, I want a year worth of rent. I'm like, a year worth of rent? Like, what you smoking, bro? Like, you in your right mind? Like, nobody got that money right now, you know? Like, bro, that's big money. And we want to do renovations to your spot. So me and Giorgio start negotiating. I'm like, bro, like, what we gonna do? Giorgio's like, I don't know. I'm thinking, well, whatever. So we come up with a strategy. Me and him come up with a strategy. We're like, bro, we gonna give him 6 months worth of rent. 3 of those months are gonna go towards our rent already for the shop. And the other rest that was supposed to go towards his deposit that he wanted, we're gonna renovate the spot. So, bro, whatever. The guy accepts the proposal. He's like, let's do it. This is it. Y'all boys seem legit. I trust y'all, and I want to see it happening. So we start working. We get the key of this spot on, I think it was on the beginning of the week. It was like a Monday, like after the weekend of that this craziness had happened, and he already gives us the key. Bro, we got the key on Monday. In an entire week worth of work, we had this entire place done. AC, walls painted, floor epoxied, renovations, remodeled, everything. And we didn't even stop working at the same time. I had a...
Busy with clients and all that.
Bro, yeah, we were busy with customers as well. I used to have a lift in my backyard at my house. We'll pull up some pictures and show you guys. I used to have a lift in my house, and we ended up routing customers to the crib. While I would do something on a car, Giorgio would pick up parts, and then I'd go pick up parts, and Giorgio would do something on the car. And, bro, we knocked everything out of the way.
So that's how Bimmer Place came about.
And that's how we are.
A BMW builds a car for you to drive the car, and Mercedes builds a car for you to be on the back seat. Personally, I prefer standard stick-shift cars, and BMW have more options than Mercedes. Everybody know it. So that's why, for me, BMW is more, I have more passion on it. I love cars, all kind of cars, every brand, especially 90s, on any brand, American cars, Japanese cars, German cars, any cars. I'm a car enthusiast, but, you know, we always have the special cars. And for me, you know, this is my special brand, BMW. The way how we work on the cars is first because we love what we're doing. We have a passion on it. The customer come by to our shop and we literally show our car. Hey, that's our car. But remember, that's a 30 years old car in this amazing condition. So we can definitely keep your car on the same way because we don't sell price. We don't sell, you know, we sell quality. We like to deal with people who really love the car. Like some people use the car like a tool. You know, everybody needs a car to go work. But some people have a car like a baby. And we focus on work on those kind of car because those people is like us. People who really love the car. People who park the car and look back to make sure the car is nice. If the car is special for that person, he's gonna appreciate you. You make his baby looks better. Doesn't matter if a small difference or a big difference. People who love the car, doesn't matter if the car have a rusty, if it's an old car, if the car is a headache. When you have a patient, doesn't matter. So those special cars, we love to work because it's sentimental. We not only do a car repair, we build a relationship with the customer because we're fixing something special for him. So we needed to have a lot of responsibility. That's why the shop is clean. That's why we have the best tools, everything the best, but this always to offer for the customer.
So to all the guys out there, you feel me? Guys, girls, whoever loves their cars. Seriously, car enthusiasts, as me and Giorgio said, feel free to come by. We're here in South Florida. Realistically, we're in Fort Lauderdale. We're not too far out from anywhere, from West Palm, Miami. So whoever's in the area locally, just feel free.
Come by and check us.
And for everybody who's watching us online, I promise you, keep watching. We got a lot of projects coming up. All right, we got V10 going into a E34. We got another 7 Series full restoration job, and a few new cars as well that are gonna be hopping on that list. So you guys keep watching us. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube and all other social medias.